Everyone walks out with the Mormon Bible on the way out. They get free.
Get your Bible. Get your Book of Mormon. Get your Book of Mormon here. I mean, has he not seen the movie Heavyweights? Has he not seen when Harvey Bushkin when he was
so
sitting there
excited to see where this goes.
and he goes, don't anyone sign your checks.
Gentlemen,
Yes.
welcome to our bonus Sports Docket episode.
What?
You know what changed between episode 1 and now? Nothing. We're drinking the same things.
Yeah,
We're doing the same thing. Our docket was so long, we were off last week. We wanted to give the people something special.
A bonus.
Premium content.
Oh, you're speaking so much with your hands on an audio
Premium.
format. You're doing great.
Damn it. Premium content for the folks. The docket was just too long. We missed out on too many stories from last week. So thank you for listening to our bonus Sports Docket. We're just going to jump right into it. We're just coming off of our other episode here. Jumping into the Shohei Ohtani story.
Oof.
Oh my gosh, guys. We talked about this a few weeks ago. More has unraveled, fortunately, in
Beautiful.
Ohtani's favor.
Yeah.
A lot to go on here. Let me just throw some numbers out there. Mizuhara, who's the interpreter, the FBI, CIA, whoever the government.
It was FBI.
It was an FBI. Came out with their 37-page report. Mizuhara placed 19,000 bets
You've got to be kidding.
between 2021, 2024.
That's a solid weekend, boys.
Averaging 25 bets a day.
I can't believe it's not more than that for that total.
Well, hold on. You ready now? The winnings is about $142 million.
But how much is to lose it?
Loss is about $182 million.
Oh,
The original story,
40 mil loss, but that's
40
all.
million lost. The interpreter claimed that, or the initial report was, what, $8 million stolen out of Ohtani, and then it climbed to maybe like 16
Like 16
million.
is what I
And
saw,
then it got
yeah.
to 40 at one point.
And now it's 40 million. So here's what
Yeah.
happened. The interpreter had access to an account, was telling all the tax people, financial advisors, agents that Ohtani preferred this account stay private. Mizuhara had access to the account, so he was paying Ohtani's bills and kind of like an assistant and just sliding out $40 million to pay his bets to an illegal bookmaker. The report also mentioned that the bookmaker was trying to get a hold of Mizuhara, couldn't get a hold of him because the losses were too big. Mizuhara, or the illegal bookmaker, texted Mizuhara saying, hey, well, I'm just going to go talk to Shohei Ohtani, who's walking his dog right here by me, which is very mob. Like, that's like,
Yeah, that
like,
is-
oh, there's
that
my
is
guy. I'm going to go
straight up
talk to my
maneuver
guy.
right there. Yeah.
It looks like Ohtani is in the clear. They read through thousands and thousands of text messages between the two. Nothing was said about sports gambling to the interpreter. But, man, the interpreter has a problem. What a big story. We hit on this a few weeks ago. Chris thought Ohtani was in on it. Egg on you, Chris.
I still think
Thoughts
that.
on the story? Oh, you think it's a... Oh, Chris. Okay. Take it away.
Life is a soap opera, if only in my own mind. That's all the more. That's all the more reasoning I have to back that up.
Oh, my. What do we think of the Ohtani story kind of wrapping up? Ohtani, he looks very naive and not financially savvy. I guess you pay people for that, but damn, $40 million is a lot to...
I mean, it's
Not noticed.
absolutely not wrapped
He
up.
wanted
It may be
his
from
account to be
like,
private.
yeah, it may be from like the MLB's investigative side of things. It's wrapping up, but like, I imagine that's because they're handing off everything to the FBI, and the FBI is like, back off, let us do our jobs. So this is going to be like a years-long process, I imagine. Like sometime 2-3 years down the road, this dude is going to get the book thrown at him. He's going to wind up
he's going to
put in
jail.
Like he's going to get like, you know, friend of the show, Kim Jong-il style. Like he goes
Wait,
to
what?
jail.
Friend
His
of the
kids
show?
goes to jail.
We can't say friend of the show for a dictator of North Carolina.
If they can
Carolina, North Korea.
He's saying that he's still alive and he's in charge of the country. Why can't I
Yeah.
pretend he's our friend?
He's probably still listening somewhere.
Thanks, Kim. Thanks, Kim.
In a little hole somewhere.
I would love to thank
I just
Kim Jong.
my big takeaway from this is that Ohtani is not only naive, it's just like he's almost like a child at this point. I mean, has he not seen the movie Heavyweights? Has he not seen when Harvey
God.
Bushkin when he
I'm
was
so
in there and
excited
he
to
goes,
see where this goes.
and he goes, Don't anyone sign your checks. I mean, it's just like I remember as a kid. I remember as a kid thinking about that. This guy lost everything because he let people sign his checks and let him pay.
You just mentioned a '90s.
That's right. Is he
fat camp Disney movie?
Yes.
Oh my God, that was the deepest possible cut, and that
My
was
wife is so happy.
that was played by Ben Stiller's dad.
Yeah,
wasn't
Jerry
it?
Stiller.
Yeah,
All of
That is
our
so-
wives are so happy right now.
Yeah.
Oh my
Don't let
God,
anyone
what?
sign your checks. It's because he
I
lost.
brought
it.
up
Oh,
our
he
friendship with
lost
Kim
it?
Jong
Yeah.
Il, and I still had less of a crazy take than what Joey just laid
Oh
out.
my God, guys, 19,000 bets. This guy has a
Absurd.
problem.
It's absurd.
It's unbelievable.
It's not okay.
No, and he won a lot of money, but he lost a lot of money.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much you win when you lose so much more.
He said, technically, I did steal from him. Wrote in
Yeah,
a message to his
technically.
bookmaker. So he told the bookmaker he stole. So
Yeah.
that's not good for your case.
Yeah, and this
guy's going
now,
to jail.
And now we got to watch out for Ohtani's knees. Now that this bookmaker is getting investigated by the FBI, this isn't good.
No, Ohtani is. He claims he was just focused on baseball. It was just a whole.
Do we know how this
shit.
all broke originally?
Because the illegal bookie, was under investigation, and it all kind of unraveled
Okay.
from there. Speaking of gambling scandals, there's another one that's been wrapped up that we mentioned a few weeks ago. Jontay Porter. Oh my
yeah.
gosh, you talk about fucking stupid. This
Seriously.
guy is so stupid.
Oh my God.
Banned for life from the NBA. What we talked about a few weeks ago was some way big numbers were put on his unders as far as performance on prop bets. I think
He's not
Chris
good.
said over $1 million is
It was
payout, or the
there
biggest
were
payout?
There were several bets of six figures on this random bench riders unders.
yes,
which,
who was also in the G League,
stands
so he
out.
was getting minutes. Toronto Raptors they traded a lot of their valuable players away, so this guy was actually getting minutes, enough minutes to have prop bets. Okay,
He's
so that's the
Michael
bet.
Porter's brother. I still can't believe that.
Yes, which
Yeah, it was a tough week for Michael Porter because then his other brother immediately was like, "Well, as long as we're being morons, I'm going to go out and give me a DUI." Feel like
I
that's
didn't know that.
excellent.
Oh, the Porter brothers.
Yeah, real,
Oh my God.
kind of Patrick Mahomes situation going on from
Jeez,
Michael
just a
Porter
shit
Jr.
show.
of just everyone else around him is a disaster, and here he's trying to focus in on the NBA Finals.
Yes. So as the investigation came out, Brian Windhorst reported that Porter did the three things each individually would get you banned for life. One, he bet on
knocked
his
them all
own.
out, huh?
Full strikeout on this guy. He bet on himself to underperform in
Holy
games.
shit!
Underperform,
That's
which
the
he-
worst. That's the worst.
No,
one.
I guess.
yeah.
According to
He doesn't
Windhorst,
even
it's
believe
not.
in himself.
Yeah, he
That's
takes
not
himself
the
out.
worst one?
No.
Wow.
The second one was
Okay.
leaking insider information, which Windhorst says is the biggest one because that's one that a lot of people could leak out injury information, inside the locker room information. That's the one the NBA is the most scared about, is leaking information out to bettors like that. That was number two. He was talking about his team, injury reports, inside info. Number three, he pulled a Pete Rose. But on the opposite side, he bet on
Yep.
the Raptors to lose.
Yep,
He bet
saw
on his
that
own
one.
team
Oh
to
my
lose.
God.
God,
Yep.
dude, you can't do that.
Technically, he was on the G League team when he made these bets, but oh my God, he was getting minutes. He was getting about 20 minutes a game. He was making the NBA, he was making a go at it. Life-changing thing.
That's absurd.
The
And
bookie
didn't I
did win
see
$1
that
million.
he was betting like 15 grand at a time or something like that?
This was all for a total of $20,000. The bookie that he was working with did win $1 million bet, but then it was flagged by the NBA in the books. So the $1 million bet actually was not paid out. So he actually, all of this for $20,000.
Good for
Jontay
you,
Porter,
bud.
dumbass.
Lifetime ban.
Lifetime ban. Wow. What a closure to that. Man, they sniffed that shit out quick. That was
Seriously, what an idiot.
And they're like, what do you think? You're not going to get caught? I just don't understand. You think you're
But betting on
smarter than
yourself,
these?
I mean, insider information, I think, is lower than betting on yourself because you can actually control that. I mean, insider information, yes, but if you have a line of 1.5 and you're just like, I am not going to score, even as much as that line of 1.5.
I think the reason that the
it's-
NBA is more worried about that and they're wanting to use him to be like the sacrificial lamb for that is because that is so much more murky, so much tougher to track. It disseminates really quickly versus like, yeah, if I see Jontay Porter bets on himself and then has a shitty game. Oh my God. I wonder if there was some sort of correlation between those two things happening. Like
he took himself out for an eye injury.
Yeah, that's so straightforward. That's so obvious. Okay,
Coach, I can't go
get
back
the
in.
hammer dropped on your head. Adios, you're done. But
Jontay, this is your
dissemination
chance.
of like
This is your
insider
chance.
information, like that's spooky because that's where it gets real murky, and real difficult to like enforce, track. Like I see their perspective on that.
What a dumbass.
Way to go, Adam Silver. You had a spine in one single situation.
Oh, that wraps up two of the biggest gambling scandals in our lifetime, I would say. In more light news, Coyotes. Arizona, is it Arizona Coyotes? Phoenix Coyotes.
Yeah. Well, they were Phoenix. Now they're Arizona Coyotes, and now they don't exist.
No, they NHL team. For those that don't know, they were in a 5,000 Arizona State
Mullet Arena,
boys.
Which was actually really awesome.
They were recently bought out by a Salt Lake group who owns the Utah Jazz, and within like a week, those boys are moving to Utah. They're moving to Salt Lake next season. Coyotes off to Utah, brand new name, new brand, I think new records and everything getting moved over. Initial thoughts, guys? That's kind of exciting. They got Park City, big ski town, more of a winter town than Arizona.
You know, I hope they're called the Utah Yeti. That's the early name.
Is it on the list?
I mean, that's what a lot of the fans that want. They did a trademark,
like a copyright. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
they did a
oh, they did? Did they really?
Yeah.
Recently, the top five that the top five that they just did that I don't really like that much was like the Utah Blizzard. I was like, but we already have the Avalanche.
Yeah, it's a little too close to the Avalanche.
Yeah, and then they trademarked the hockey club, Utah Hockey Club, and Utah HC. And then it was just and then the Utah Fury. I was like, I don't know. I like
Utah Venom. Utah Venom.
That's right now. I think that's one that's saying is going to win. I'm like, I don't know. I want the Utah Yeti.
Yeti's
that would be
dope.
The Utah Hockey Club. That's okay, but Utah Yetis are
Yeti would be awesome.
Wild.
And then and it's not even plural because an imaginary animal doesn't have a plural. So it's the Utah Yeti. You know,
Thanks for tuning into the Juice Boys show for
you hear a herd,
grammar.
You see a herd of
language lessons.
Yeah, it's like moosin
because it's not a real animal. Yeah,
I got a box and a donuts.
Well, the Juice Boys are putting their vote in on the Utah Yetis or Utah Yeti.
Sister Wives actually.
Utah Stormin' Mormons is another one that people really
I like that. I retract mine. That is infinitely better.
Of course, it can't ever happen, but wouldn't that be amazing? The Salt Lake Stormin' Mormons. That would just be.
No, it's going to be Utah. They did come out and say it's going to be Utah.
I know they said that. Yeah, it's going to be
Utah Stormin' Mormon, baby.
That would be awesome.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Let's go Mormon.
Everybody quietly claps. Everybody quietly claps.
On Sundays, you have to wear the magic underwear.
The ladies have to keep their hands in their laps.
No games on Sundays, guys. No games on Sundays. The Utah Stormin' Mormon. Joey.
That's amazing.
Yeti would be good too, though.
Everyone walks out with the Mormon Bible on the way out. They get free.
Get your Bible. Get your Book of Mormon. Get your Book of Mormon here. What? Butt scratcher.
Book of Mormon is a concession stand.
Yeah.
They've got the little blimps that fly above head and they drop them down onto your lap.
Get your Mormon here.
That's the dumbest thing. Not the Stormin' Mormon. It's the concession stand.
And only one soda. Only one type of soda.
Only one soda. And all the booze has 2% alcohol. Yeah.
There's one type of soda in Book of Mormon.
You can have beer, but it's a 2%er. It's Mike's Hard Lemonade 3.2.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, guys. The Caitlin Clark effect continues, guys. She was taken #1 on our off week.
Hell yeah.
Indiana Fever. I think the first game they immediately had to move to the Pacers Stadium.
Yeah.
Her jersey sold out in a matter of 1 hour, all sizes.
Tim McGraw bought one and was rocking it on stage. Yeah.
She signed a $10 million deal with Nike. If she's not named to the USA Olympic team, they're fucking stupid. I don't know why they wouldn't put her.
Has that not been a thing yet?
She's not officially on the roster yet.
Oh,
if
God.
she's not,
what are they doing?
Oh my gosh. The Masters ratings came out about 9 million. So Caitlin Clark officially had better ratings than the Masters.
By 7 million
people?
By
7 million people?
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark's on a heater.
Yeah.
More games getting moved to bigger stadiums. WNBA, what do we think, boys?
She might be the saving grace.
I hope so.
She might be
I'd love
it,
to see
dude.
it.
You know, and it's just like we're seeing. I think the Caitlin Clark effect is hitting other sports. I saw that the National Women's Hockey League had a sellout in Montreal, 21,000 people sell out like up there, and this is only their second season like in existence. They're like their National Women's Hockey League doesn't even have team names yet. They're just Boston and Toronto
I have
and
a
Montreal.
name if they go to Utah. I got a name. I got a name if they want it.
But it's amazing. They sold out, dude. I know people love hockey, and especially in Montreal, but still, as a women's game, I think the Caitlin Clark effect is transcending sport. It's pretty incredible.
Kansas City just opened up the first women's focused soccer stadium too.
It's amazing.
Season tickets sold out. Yeah, season tickets sold out. So same kind of support there. Caitlin Clark, I think it'll be interesting as far as can she adapt? Is she going to score as much? Is she going to have free reign? I'm just interested in the logistics of.
I think she's
watch her adjust.
She's cocky enough to where she's going to be going for it. I mean, she's one of those good cocky, you know, that like Larry Bird. She's one of those people that's trash talkers that's going to tell you.
As opposed to Pat Beverly.
Yeah. She's no Pat Bev. You know, she's Larry Bird, where she's gonna be in your ear saying, "In this inbounds, I'm gonna go right, I'm gonna go left, I'm gonna catch it, and then I'm gonna shoot this 3 in your eye, and then go do it." You know, and she's good enough to. I think she's gonna dominate.
I hope it continues. I think there's kind of a fear too: is will it fizzle out? Does she get the WNBA? They play 40 games in the summer. 100%. I hope they can do it. Yeah, I hope they can do it.
She took Iowa. No one gives a shit about Iowa to national prominence, and so she could take Indiana.
I hope it does. I mean, it's like such a classic, like where the NBA is right now, where even just the baseline players are getting hand over fist money. They're getting generational money thrown at them.
Tobias Harris.
Would you like to be one of the people who like gets to come in when the league is like hobbled together, trying to keep itself afloat, and you get to be one of those players that like
she's it.
The league gets built in your image, like you wind up having that long-term like historic legacy, but it also comes at the cost of like you're getting paid like you manage a Kroger's.
No joke. I mean, she like
that's true. $70,000.
Sadly, I'm going to make more money than she is, and I am an assistant principal in Bailey, Colorado, and that's absurd. But her endorsements. Oh, she makes a little. She'll be fine.
I mean, that's for sure great for her, but like that still doesn't overwrite the fact that like the WNBA is still just like paying her a pittance.
We'll see if they start getting the numbers of actual NBA teams. If they're selling out every game at Indiana,
it'd be huge.
Huge,
like the Indiana NBA stadium. Then that money's going to flow back into that team, and they can pay her and set this new like. From unreachable level for WNBA players. So then, I mean, this could happen. Yeah. This could happen. She could be the first $1 million contract, you know, $1 million a year player. I mean, this could happen.
And it could be the Michael Jordan effect if they're dumb enough to keep her off the Olympics. I don't know why, but she goes to the Olympics, goes overseas, starts a whole movement, international movement for women's basketball. I mean, it could be
especially
the very much
in Europe
same thing.
When basketball is really big out there. So this could be huge.
All right, guys, let's finish up our nice bonus episode. Thanks for tuning in to a nice, fun one. The Rockies ain't gonna get a lot of headlines this year.
No,
but they did.
Maybe today they did. They might have today with the fan interference.
Their hitting coach was flying a jet. Was flying the Rockies jet.
Wait,
and is now being
with them on it?
With them on it. And now they're under FAA.
Wait a second.
I thought he was just on like a commercial flight. Oh my God.
No, it was
Wait, the players and the team and everybody. Wait, the Rockies can afford to have their own jet? That
a team
in itself
plane
is impressive, but you know. Yeah.
This hitting coach, who has probably never piloted a plane, was in the cockpit of a 757.
Oh God!
Taking an Instagram,
not just the team.
Taking an Instagram video. His caption was "Had some fun in the cockpit on our flight from Denver to Toronto.
You're doing great.
Thanks to the captain and the first officer of our United Charter that allowed me this great experience." End quote. To fly a plane across the country. country.
You've got to be kidding.
The FAA is investigating. United came out with a statement that they are appalled by this. We just had to mention it as we wrapped up our bonus episode. Could you guys fly a plane if you had the opportunity?
I mean, I've heard that they just kind of fly themselves, but you know, it's just.
I have heard that. I have heard that. But you don't take a video and post it either.
If it's their own private jet, then who cares? But they do not have a 757.
No, they have team contracts. So like Rockies have a contract with United to be the charter plane to go. So it's a team.
There better
plane.
not have been other people on that flight.
No, Joe, it was the Rockies. They were going to Toronto.
It's the Rockies. I could see myself sitting next to Chris Bryant and Coach, you know, and just being like, "What's up, bud?"
They're not flying first class.
Are you still hurt? Yes, you're still hurt. Okay, good. Yeah, good talk.
United said, "We are deeply disturbed by what we see in the video. It's a clear violation of our safety and operational policies." No shit. Just decided to take the jet for a spin. That's all. We just had to mention
it.
it.
He had a glass of Dickel in his hand while up there. That was a spin.
He had to. The official drink of the Juice Boys show.
By the way, Mikey Dubs, that Dickel's on the way, my friend.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes, it is. Dickel is on the way.
All right, boys. That'll do it for our bonus episode. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Beautiful.
The docket was just too long. So stay tuned next week.
Extra hitter.
Yeah, a little extra hitter.
This is like the second half of the T-Swift album. Coming in as a shocker. You had no idea.
Oh my God.
And now all of a sudden it's a nice little surprise waiting for you on your feed.
Yeah.
See, we brought it
T-Swift.
all full circle.
Yeah, T-Swift equals Juice Boys, right? The same relevancy?
Always.
Swifties and the Juice Junkies. They're all just one people.
Got to ever say Juice Boys one time, and then we will just
our lives will change.
Rocket.
Joey, we're already skyrocketing.
You're driving Maseratis, my friends.
Love, love, love. See you next week.